great to have the opportunity to chat with you. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Wow, this I had to unpack a lot here in this film because I got to tell you, these characters not so likable, all of them. Okay, so I want to know first off, when you read this graphic novel, I mean, this is a long time coming for you. What about 16 years or so that it started thinking like, I want to do something with this. What kind of sparked your interest right off right off the bat?
The thing that sparked my interest was how real it felt for me, especially like when I first read the graphic novel, I was around the same age as these characters. And it just felt like such an accurate portrayal of the lives of me and my friends at that
Ah,
time, for better and for worse, you know.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, and I saw so much of myself in each of the characters, for better and for worse. And I saw so much of my friends in these characters, and you know, the everything from the locations, the conversations, the you know, all of the various dynamics
right.
in the story. It all felt so real and something that I hadn't seen in TV or film, and for the first time seeing it in the graphic novel was definitely a very special experience for me.
Right, because as you say, I mean, they are real. They're human. They're like,
Yeah,
everybody goes, has fights in their apartments or sitting at a cafe or whatever they are doing or get jealous or whatever it is.
yeah.
And but the character of Ben played so well by Justin. Man, he's so good.
Oh, isn't he
Um,
amazing? Yeah,
yeah, he's just he shoots here in Toronto,
yeah.
obviously at Umbrella Academy. He's so good. And I thought like, wow, how much of Ben was in Randall? Like, I hope not that much. Because you're a pretty
I
nice
would
guy
say
there, Randall Park. I got to tell you.
I would say not that much,
Yeah,
but definitely a little bit, and definitely when I was younger, a little more, but not that much.
yeah,
But I definitely had friends who were almost exactly like him.
right, right.
So you know, I understood the character,
Yeah.
and yeah, my hope with the audience is, you know, that they, you know, some people like him because he's so honest, you know. But
Okay,
my
true.
my 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 hope is that if you don't like him, at the very least you understand him, you know.
Yeah, and whether people want to admit it or not, everybody should see a little bit of themselves in all of these characters for
Oh, for
sure.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
no question. Now, I know that you, of course, you did direct the final episode of Fresh Off the Boat. And by the way, thank you for that series. I loved it. I love the
Um,
kids so much. They were so fat, so much fun to watch. But I got to
um,
tell you, I thought you did such a great job with this. But again, directorial debut of a big feature, premiered at a festival. Were you scared out of your mind when you first presented it?
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, it was a long time coming, and it was a story that again, I felt so passionate about, and we put so much work into it. Not
Right.
just me, but everybody involved was very dedicated to this project. And so to unveil it for the first time was, yeah, it was just, I mean, I was filled with so much anxiety at that screening at Sundance. And yeah, I almost didn't even want to be there. I actually didn't want to be there,
Yeah.
but I sat through it, and we got a great response. We got a standing ovation at the end. It was very special.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, you have
Yeah.
to just promise that your next film, you have to bring that to Toronto Film Festival, okay?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for
We
sure.
got to get you back here. Now, this cast, by as I was saying, Justin Sophie, they're all so good. Cherry Cola, like all of them, the chemistries are so great. I recently had the opportunity to talk to the cast of Joyride and
Yeah.
all these amazing films and projects that are coming out with the Asian American cast. It's got to make you feel so good that the recognition that these films are getting. I mean, Academy Awards. I mean, it's amazing. It's about time, for God's sake, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, I feel very excited uh with the all of these projects, and Beef being another
Oh, loved it. Yeah.
show. And I feel like we're entering a period of where the stories are becoming a lot more varied and even a little more challenging, in a good way, and I
Mm,
think Shortcomings fits in that category where, these people aren't perfect. They are dealing with stuff, so it is really exciting, where we're at and where we're headed.
yeah, I'm sure. For you, obviously, you started your career. I mean, you did stand up. You've done so many different things. We were so used to seeing you in front of the camera. I got to tell you, Young Rock. Oh my God! Like the chemistry between you and Dwayne. I can't imagine how you even got your scenes done. Honestly, so funny.
Yeah, he's great. I love him. It's just, he's such a sweet guy. It's so fun to just sit with him for, a few weeks and knock out these fun moments and just play with,
Yeah.
he's just so game and such a good guy.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. It's really fun to watch that show. But for you now that the directing, now you've got the director's blood, like has the bug bit now? Is this something that we're going to see more from you? Or,
Oh
or
yeah.
you want to still focus in front?
I think I want to do both. Once the strike is over,
Yeah.
then I'll start up again, figure out what I'm going to direct next, and uh, I definitely, I've been directing for a while now in different contexts, but directing a feature film is a whole nother beast, and I really got along with that beast. So I'm looking forward to doing the next one.
Yeah, what was the difference for you, Randall, doing a big finale of a giant series and then taking on a project like this? What did you learn from directing that, and how different was it for you to direct the feature?
Well, directing Fresh Off the Boat, the finale was my first time directing a TV show, and
Right.
so but at that point, I was so far. We had gone so many seasons in, and there was so much support. I had so much support, and so and I took that with me into directing Shortcomings. The fostering this supportive environment, a nurturing environment where we all felt ownership of this project, not just behind the camera, in front of the camera. Everybody felt very committed to telling the story, but also to each other, and making sure that everyone was kind, professional. Just good vibes were important. And I learned that on working on the show.
Yeah, was it hard to get to go to Adrian Tomine and say, I want to make this into a film? Like, was he on board with you from the get-go?
Well, it was something that I had to pitch to him, I and he was him and a group of producers were meeting with numerous directors, and when I decided to throw my hat in the ring, especially knowing that I didn't have a feature film under my belt, I had to really show how passionate I was about this story and
Yeah.
why, and I had to make it clear why, and I wouldn't say it was easy. I put a lot of work into that pitch, but
I'm sure.
it definitely it felt like the right thing to do for me, because again, I was so just enamored with his work and this story in particular. So once I was able to kind of show how much the story meant to me, it was it was, he was like, "You're the one," and
You're the
and
one.
and I
Yeah.
still trip out over it because again, I read that book back in 2007.
Right. Yeah. And so what was his reaction when
His
he saw the
reaction
film?
was, oh, he loves the film. Getting his support was really important, because uh, uh, again, I'm just such a fan of his work, and so I wanted to do right by him and the book, and but also I wanted to, make it a movie and
Sure.
make sure that it reflected my sensibilities as well, and the sensibilities of everyone, each of the actors, and it was a very collaborative experience, and because of that, I think we got a pretty nice movie here because of that.
Well, I completely agree. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today, Randall. I always love watching you and whatever you do. You crack me up all the time.
Oh,
Even the Amazon commercials. I mean, come on. I'm watching you. I'm watching TV last night. It keeps popping up. I'm going, this is too serendipitous. Anyway, all good, Randall. Thank you for your time, and best of luck with the film. Thanks.
of course.
Okay.
Thanks,
Take
Bonnie.
care.
Good talking to you.
You too. Take care. Bye
All
bye.
righty. Bye.